Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the Game Tasty Show. Brought to you... like that?
I love that. That's the best intro ever.
This is the Game Tasty Show, brought to you by Nerd Bacon. Justin's still cracking up. This is the Game Tasty Show, brought to you by Bacon.com, the tastiest place to get your video game fix on the internet. I am one of your hosts, editor and awesome at Bacon.com. I'm Jeff Roth.
I'm COO and news director over at NerdBacon.com, Dave, the Watchman. Not the Washman, the Watchman.
Washaman.
Yeah. You need your dainties cleaned.
I'm Level Up Justin with NerdBacon.com. I don't even know what to say right now.
This
I'm
show
still
is
in awe
not
of our...
off the rails at all yet.
Who are you?
I thought this was a Hallmark show there for a second. The way you looked at the, I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh,
my acting.
Tis the season. Tis
It
the
is.
season for the Christmas Hallmark specials.
Oh,
Really bad movies. Yeah, great.
No, they're all great. They're all great at this time of year.
It's the same one every time, so it doesn't matter.
Well, right.
And we are live at twitch.tv/nerdbacon. We're on mixer.com/nerdbacon. We're on the Nerd Bacon YouTube channel, Smashcast, as well as your audio fix on Spotify, on Anchor, on Stitcher, on wherever you get your audio podcast. We are there. We are everywhere, fellas. It's one of the most wonderful times of the year.
Mm-hmm.
All about two things this week: the Game Awards and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm excited for both of these things. Fellas, how are we doing on this frigid Tuesday evening?
Boys, let's just say that is how you cap off a 2018 with some hot Game Awards and some hot Smash Brothers. Otherwise, I'm doing all right. No complaints over here. I'll say I'm excited because I got a little text message last night from a good friend of ours who said, "Hey, yo, Watchy, heads up. Starlink Battle for Atlas is $30 on Amazon Prime for Amazon Prime members." So I was able to snatch that one up, and it's the nice version with like the R-Wing model and everything. So I am super excited. Normally it's like a $75 game, $30. That's all it costs.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Justin, how are you?
I'm doing well. I agree with Dave. Like, it's a wonderful way to cap off another pretty good year. I wouldn't even say good. I mean, it was better than good, I guess, of year of gaming. Like, we had a lot of good stuff this year, and
It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself.
well, kind of.
Pretty.
No, it was good. It
It was
really good.
okay,
I don't know.
but I mean,
I guess it wasn't that
pretty
bad.
good.
I
It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, having a good year of gaming again. Like, it's good to be here for the second year in a row at this time with Nerd Bacon to be able to go over our thoughts of what we, for the year of 2018, and just to kind of look back at some of the craziness that we've had, and then look forward to the fact that we've got some. The end of this week is just insane for games in general. Just the fact that the Game Awards is Thursday, like we said, we got Smash Ultimate, technically Thursday night, but releasing Friday. And then, and then the Kind of Funny showcase on Saturday. Like, it's a pretty big weekend of gaming. And then, there's some other things going on in the horizon to the end of the year. Not to mention our own Game of the Year award show.
That's right.
But I mean, I'm doing pretty well otherwise. Yeah, kind of getting antsy because I want this week to just get to Thursday at this point.
Yeah, I want to play some Smash. The meat of this show obviously will be the Game Awards. We'll give our predictions because obviously it's as big as E3, if not bigger, now that Sony has pulled out of E3 next year. It could be even bigger than E3 because not only do we very rightfully so, give thanks to those who gave us such wonderful games of this year and just influenced us in the world of gaming this year. We also get new announcements, new trailers, new things to sink our teeth into. So the bacon of today's show will be the Game Awards things. But before we get there, we do have a little bit of news to cover before we get to that precipice. Let's start. There's one big news we wanted to get to, but before we get to that, I want to come out hot. Justin, I want to come at you with this.
Uh-oh.
Because you and I are both big Overwatch League fans.
Yes.
And it seems now we have the final new team name and color scheme. So now let's go through the new teams. The Atlanta Reign, which was the first one to come out.
The Atlanta Reign.
The Toronto Defiant.
Okay.
The Paris Eternal.
I thought that was Doom Eternal. What?
That's next year.
Oh, okay.
It's not the Macron Eternal. It's just the Paris Eternal. Yeah.
Correct. And it's the red, white, blue. It's the Paris flag
It's a
colors.
bad topical joke.
But
that's why I'm moving on. The Guangzhou Charge.
I like this one. Yeah, I like that one.
Kind of shades of blue there.
Yeah.
The Chengdu Hunters, going with the yellow and black with the panda logo. I like that a lot.
Okay.
The Hangzhou Spark, the cotton candy pink and blue colors.
Yep.
I love that logo. Just
I do that one.
And
the finger.
Electricity.
Yeah. I like that one as well.
The Vancouver Titans.
Yep.
With the Vancouver Canucks colors, the green and blue. And the Washington Justice.
Okay.
That's
the red, white, and
DC,
blue.
right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Red, white, and blue. I believe that's all the new 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that's all your new teams for Overwatch League. I love those names.
So
I love the. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's 8 new teams. So how many are there now in the league?
We are now at, I believe it's a full 20.
Wow.
Let me double check and make sure I have that right. So last year, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 12 plus 8. Yep, we have 20 now.
Wow, that's getting really impressive. How much more do you feel that? How much more room for growth do you feel there is for this thing?
They got to be careful. They don't want to expand too fast too soon. I think the hype is still there from how great season 1 was treated, how season 1 was presented. That fan base is there, ready for season 2 to kick in, and they're rabid fan base, as am I. Hopefully, I'll get my Houston Outlaws T-shirt here before too long. Thanks, Blizzard. But I think they got to be careful. I think if they do expand next year after this, they should look into the Midwest and perhaps even like Mexico. But I don't think they should be doing 8 or 9 or 10 per year, obviously, because that won't sustain.
So
but I like it.
Here in Iowa, if we suddenly, somehow, some way, magically got our own Overwatch team, what would you gentlemen name it? Definitely
That's
not the Cornholes.
Good question.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can't be the Huskers. That's just that's
no.
The Iowa Fury, the Iowa, the Midwest, the Monsters of the Midwest.
The Monsters of the Midwest.
The Iowa Brewmasters.
That's not bad. But then again, I don't think that they would want to promote that image.
Of course not, but
Sure.
What about
is
there like a storm? So it could be like the Iowa Storm.
Isn't that just a generic name?
How about the Des Moines?
I guess
Des Moines.
Yeah, but you have the
Yes.
There you go.
The Des Moines Desperados.
You do have the Atlanta Reign, which that's the only one I'm not a huge fan of.
Sure.
That seems out of place. Yeah.
The rest I'm a huge I love the Justice and the Titans.
Justice is very topical and works really well. The Charge and the Spark or whatever the other ones. I can't remember all of them, but all of those are all pretty good for the most part.
The Iowa Victory.
Oh, that's not bad. We could do something like Iowa Primary.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Hey.
No,
that's not bad.
Topical.
Yeah.
Topical. Also, what made me happy and also horribly sad, Tony Hawk is getting a new skateboarding game.
What? I didn't hear about this.
Yes.
What?
Whoa.
Yes. Tony Hawk's new game, Tony Hawk's Skate Jam, is coming December 13th.
This December 13th.
Month?
Here's the bad news. It's a mobile game.
Oh,
okay. I knew it. I should have known.
I knew there was a catch.
Tony Hawk's Skate Jam is coming to Android and iOS December 13th. Made by, I had that here, Maple Media, which has already released a handful of action sports games in the Skate Party and Snowboard Party series.
I'm sure it'll be fine for what it is. It could. I mean, they can't
It
go
will
much
be free.
further.
It
They can't
will
go.
be free to
Well,
play.
free helps. Free helps.
But here's the catch. Your skateboard breaks, and you have to replace the parts through microtransactions.
Exactly.
There it is. You gotta buy
Or
gems.
yeah, it wears down, kind of like
Yeah.
a weapon in an RPG. Your skateboard wears down after you grind so much or do so many kickflips.
Or like your skater can get broken bones and stuff, and then they have to go to the hospital, and you have to pay money to fix them.
Yes.
Because they don't have
You have to
health
wa-
insurance.
You have to watch an ad first.
You have to
and then
watch
can
an
get
ad.
You can watch extra
healthcare.
ads for bonus tokens, Jeff.
You watch an ad for healthcare.
That's
what it is.
awesome.
You watch an ad for healthcare, and then if you watch another one, you get 2 times the tokens.
Yes.
Oh my
My
goodness.
coin doubler. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Anyway, that just caught my eye. But here's the
Jesus.
big thing we wanted to get to is that Epic Games is now launching its own store,
Wow.
and this is huge for a couple reasons.
Yep.
First of all, this is the first time somebody can actually rival Valve, because yeah, Good Old Games is out there and Origin's out there, but Steam still holds the stranglehold on that. I think Epic can give them a run for their money. Also, it's taking a smaller cut than Steam, which has been a recent point of contention with developers because Steam has been taking a substantial revenue piece from sales. This is coming next year.
Wow.
So, do we think that Epic can really give Valve a proper run for their money here?
If anybody can do it, they can, and that's such a ballsy move, considering
It is.
I mean, Epic has been around for a while, but they are riding high right now on Fortnite, and
Got that Fortnite money.
they've got that Fortnite money, and that's
Yes,
like
they
I
do.
said, that is really, really ballsy. The big advantage that they have is that they're charging less if you're a developer who uses Unreal, which is their engine that they developed. So,
Right.
Makes sense.
because they're
Okay.
making money off of that license of Unreal already, so they're not like double taxing you for selling on the
Right.
store. And since
So
most
I've-
games now are using Unreal or some form of Unreal, then
Yeah.
why not sell on Epic Store? That is, I think they've got potential to really give Steam a run for their money. And dang it, that's a good thing. Competition is always good.
So I've got
Right.
the article here from Polygon, just saying what it kind of is. So the first wave will roll on Mac and Windows before going to Android and other platforms later in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a quote-unquote hand-curated set of games that you can purchase when the store first opens, and the catalog will expand throughout the year.
So no hentai visual novels.
Not
No.
yet.
Oh, come on.
I know.
No tentacle games.
Epic said it will not institute any required DRM on games sold through the store.
Wow.
Okay.
So the breakdown on the revenue, developers receive 88% of revenue. There are no tiers or thresholds. Epic takes 12%. If
Okay.
you are using the Unreal Engine, Epic will cover the 5% engine royalty for sales on the Epic Games Store out of their 12%. If that makes sense.
Yes. Good
So,
for them.
there's,
I mean, good for
there's
them.
more incentive there. We'll have to see if this actually is practical, though. I mean, they still have to make money somehow.
Right.
I don't know.
My-
and
I was
Go
going to say, my question is, what is the benefit going to be for consumers to use Epic Store as opposed to Steam Store? That's really where the
Right.
key is going to be. Yeah, it's great for developers that they get less taken out of their games, and we're already using Unreal anyway, so we can just pop our game on the store and not have to worry about any additional thing. But what's that going to matter to John Q. Public or Jane Q. Public in the long run? Is
Right.
that going to
Right.
result in games that cost a little bit less? Then yeah, that's a huge advantage. The user experience is going to be key as they begin this new venture.
right,
Yeah.
and really, the problem is Steam has such a head start. Sorry, Justin.
Okay.
Steam has such a head start right now because they already
Yes.
have that huge
Sure.
install base. If you play PC, you have Steam. Period. The end. So Epic has a uphill climb, and once the people first jump over from, oh, Steam takes too much, I'll jump over here. Getting their attention is one thing, keeping it will be the other thing. A big thing with Steam is that Steam VR. So if you have a VR headset, you also have Steam.
Yeah.
Will Epic have that? I don't know. Probably not.
Right.
Any sort of thing like that. So if all your stuff's in one location, it's really hard to have somebody take years and years of a catalog and then just migrate.
Yeah.
Right. And not only that, like, you pretty much took exactly what I was going to say in the sense that, like, Steam has, like you said, years upon years and a giant player base. And like you said, it's going to be hard to migrate things over. Now, the other thing will be interesting to see if this is only going to be PC games or if they somehow going to integrate this into anything else. But it's another service that we're seeing going into that digital realm. Now, it's not a subscription service, of course, but it's another service that you can get games through. So kind of just planning for, the future and releasing games upon that. So we're seeing Epic go kind of a broader scale and go step maybe back away from just doing because obviously Fortnite is their cash cow and it's still doing really well. Season 6 ends, I think, tomorrow. And then they're slated for some sort of reveal at the Game Awards on Thursday.
Yep.
So that's, and it's not necessarily just about Season 7, which I think starts the same day. But that's the thing is what if they incorporate other platforms? Or they're like, well, we're going to be able to integrate the Epic experience on, or the Epic, store on your Xbox, and partner with them. I'm not saying that that's necessarily going to happen, but that would be maybe one way for them to reach out to another player base that Steam doesn't have a threshold on.
I think the bottom line in all this is somewhere out there, Cliff Bleszinski is drinking heavily tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say one thing. So I do follow Cliffy B on a couple of different social medias, and I know he just went through some rough stuff because he had to put his dog down and everything.
Oh,
but
shoot.
The guy could literally snap his fingers and be right back in the game if he wanted to be. So I think it's just a matter of. I mean, he's a little wacko. There's no denying that, but it takes someone that's that kind of crazy to make awesome stuff.
That's true.
All he's got to do is snap his fingers. I'm sure he could be back in the game in a heartbeat. So, but yeah, you're right. The think about where Epic's come from to where they're at now is quite the ride.
And it kind of parallels the trajectory that Valve took. I mean, they were riding high on that Half-Life money back in the day, and then launched the Steam storefront based off of that. So history repeats itself in some ways.
Yes, it does. And Epic Games hasn't been in the media for the wrong reasons. They're doing a lot of things that are consumer friendly. Even if you just look at their decisions with Fortnite, for example, it took them a while, but they were able to. They were like, we can integrate crossplay, and then it took. They said all the other platforms have to do is just say yes, and we'll make it happen. And then it was literally in everybody else's hands, or the way that they do their microtransactions that they do have and the different sales and stuff. It's mostly consumer friendly, and you don't hear about them in the news because they're giving you a garbage bag, in your collector's edition, for example. Not to throw shade, but to throw shade,
Not to throw shade, but the umbrella is up and it's blocking the sun.
Yes.
I feel the shade.
Yes. I feel pain for anyone that. Yeah.
Any more word on the Epic, or shall we press forward?
Let's go ahead and press forward.
Looking
forward to see what they have to announce at the Game Awards on Thursday. Of course, the store might actually have been what they were going to announce, because it seems like everything is leaking.
Things are leaking more than
it's not, though.
What's that?
Things are leaking more. God.
I was just saying, I was kind of listening to a couple things this morning when I was getting ready for work, and I know they was it Nick Chester's their PR guy, I believe, for Epic.
Yeah.
I think he came out and said it's not the season 7 that we're going to announce, but we have another announcement. But I really hope it's not that it was the Epic Game Store, just because like you said, everything's leaking now. We
I
don't
know.
want. That's what kind of stinks.
Today has been so annoying with all the stinking leaks.
Yeah.
A report came out from Digital Foundry, who dove into the PlayStation Classic and revealed something pretty bizarre.
Okay.
That's
the fact that fire? No, yes, it is, because some of the games on there are the PAL versions, which run slower. So Tekken 3 plays like crap because it runs slower than the American version does. It's running at 50 hertz. The PAL versions run slower,
right.
But going through the 60 hertz output, it looks bad, it plays bad. This thing is a debacle.
It's a debacle in such a degree you can't get it out.
And I got so hyped for this because there are great games on there, mostly great games. Some are question marks, and the PS1 has such a place in gaming history. It just sucks that it was treated so poorly.
Right. That's a good point. I don't know what they were thinking when they decided, hey, let's use the PAL version, or if they even realized what they were doing at the time.
Right.
So yeah, it's just been a complete disaster for Sony. I don't think the PlayStation Classic is going to do very well unless it's just like people who don't know any better buying it. But
right.
Most people who are going to buy it are kind of hardcore nostalgic collectors, especially on your first run of sales, and they know what's up with this thing. So I just don't think it's going to go very well for them.
Yeah, this is just a poor thing. Not including the ace, not including a power cord.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And it's just.
Oh, hey, we're gonna include everything, but we don't have the AC adapter, so you can just plug it in via like any USB powered plug-in, because we assume you have 1 million of those, which I do. But okay, so
I gave all mine to charity.
Yep, there you go. What if you gave them to charity
the
like this?
Could use USB cords. Fashion some sort of armor.
They could.
Yeah.
It's a couple last minute news things before we jump into the Game Awards stuff.
Yes.
Tekken 7 added Marduk and Armor King.
Yay.
I'm wearing my Mishima.
Oh yeah,
t-shirt.
Nice. I'm excited about that. Plus, Julia's coming, and then they showed a trailer for Negan, who does not look good at all.
Negan does not.
I know, and I was so excited because I like that they're getting weird. I don't even like Walking Dead a whole lot, but I'm glad they're getting weird. And now it's just like, boy, they're kind of dropping the ball here. But
I did like the trailer. I did like the trailer because like I've seen the episode that they picked some of that stuff from for The Walking Dead.
Sure.
So it brought back that memories of Negan showing up and then beating the living hell out of two people with his bat, Lucille. But then the gameplay and everything, I wasn't a huge fan of that. I still think he would have been better. I mean, I'm glad that Tekken, just like Jeff said, got weird because it's kind of unique because they're pulling from different universes now. What was it? 3 different games now that they've pulled from besides having Tekken itself.
Granted, I think he should have been in a Mortal Kombat game. But
yes, that's what I was getting. He should have been a Mortal Kombat guest character.
The best thing that they can do for Season 3 for Tekken 7, if there is a Season 3, which I'm assuming there will be, but
sure.
The thing I want as a guest character, Kenny Omega. You got all the New Japan Pro Wrestling stuff, adorning characters in Tekken 7. Give us the real New Japan Pro Wrestling deal. Give us Kenny Omega. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
The only thing I think that would hamper that, and I'll go a little bit off the rail here and go into the pro wrestling world, is his contract ends with New Japan at the end of January. And as of right now, the rumor is he's not re-signing.
Oh no, that means he's going to WWE.
Or there's the All Elite Wrestling. They're Cody and the Young Bucks and supposedly Jericho and a couple of people are starting their own promotion called All Elite Wrestling.
Okay, all right.
So that could be where he lands, but I'm just saying like that could be what stops him from going there. But I'm with you. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm surprised he's not been put into Tekken or Street Fighter at some point.
Yeah. I feel like it's a natural fit at this point.
Yeah. For sure. Put him and Xavier both in one of those. Just put them both in.
And if you have a Nintendo Switch on December 17th, you also will now get a copy of Firewatch. We won't get it, but it's coming to Switch on December 17th if you want to play a pretty fun walking simulator.
Nice.
Pay
I like
$20
Firewatch.
for a game that was $5.
Firewatch is a good game, so people on Switch, try it out. It's a good game.
Sure.
There's also another announcement today.
Yes.
Toe Jam and Earl back in the
Yes.
groove. They announced their release date a little bit early, March 1st, 2019. That'll be out. So there's
Yes, and that makes me so now I can circle out my calendar and say that's coming out then, and I can't wait because we had a chance to talk to them at Evo, and they were the game looks fun, and I can't wait for getting back into the groove.
absolutely super nice.
Yeah, the trailer
dudes,
was
too.
pretty cool.
The trailer's cool.
Yeah.
Everybody over there is cool. So
Yeah,
best
congrats
of
to
luck.
them for-
yeah.
yeah.
Best of luck to the Toe Jam and Earl team. Cannot wait for that game.
Right.
Yes, correct. Now, shall we get into the bacon of the show?
We shall.
Yes.
It's been cooking a little while.
The Game Awards is this Thursday, and of course you can watch along with us right here on this very channel. Whether you're watching on Twitch or Mixer or YouTube or Smashcast, whatever the heck you're watching us on, you can watch us as we drink some beverages and watch the TVs, and may have some guests joining us. We haven't got full confirmations, but we're getting the whiff that they shall be joining us, and we are looking forward to what is a huge event. And thank you to Jeff Keighley for sticking with us and making it as big as it is, because not only do we reward those who gave us great experiences in the gaming world, we get to see new games. So
I was going to say, speaking of guests, we did just confirm today that Penultimate Insider, you know him on Twitter as Golfing Buffalo, he will be joining us. He's going to hang out and watch the Game Awards with us. So who knows what kind of nuggets of wisdom will be coming from him, but that is going to be a great time.
Awesome.
Mr. 18 Holes of Bison will be joining us. Yes.
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 18 holes
Yes.
of bison.
What would his name be if it was mini golf? Mini golfing buffalo? Golfing mini buffalo?
No, putt.
Putt calf.
There you go.
Putt-
No. Putt moo.
Putt moo moo?
Putt moo moo.
Oh my God, we have to trademark that immediately.
Yes. Putt moo moo. It's a new mobile game.
Wait, I'm
We're
getting a
making it
text
now.
message. No longer joining. Not gonna be putt moo moo.
No longer joining. You could have putt moo moo.
It was
That's
delete.
better
delete.
than being Dave the Wash Man.
Well,
I'll
I
get your
mean-
dainties clean.
You do the laundry, Dave.
Yeah. All right.
So we have in front of us here some of the categories and awards. We are going to talk about ones that stand out to us and make some predictions. So Game Award predictions, otherwise known as the Digital Entertainment Trophy Premonitions.
Oh, I wish I knew
And
that
while
before.
while we're going on, we'll be keeping track, I believe, of who predicted what as far as who's going to win what award. Kind of have a little fun competition, and then I have it pulled up on their official website and going to be voting still open. It looks like, so I'm going to be voting. I'm going to be voting right along with our predictions today.
Yes.
Whoa.
So we're going to bypass the esports stuff for the most part because we don't get a chance to watch every
Sure.
esports event all the time. So we'll skip a good chunk of that. But fellas, I want to draw your attention to best multiplayer game to kind of kick things off, if I may. I'll tell
Real quick before you start, here's my question.
Yes.
Do we think, okay, because we know sometimes there, as much as we don't want to say there is, sometimes there's politicking when it comes to award shows.
No.
Okay. Do we want to start at the top and work our way down? Here's why. Because if one game wins a certain award, maybe the people who voted for that wouldn't vote for that game for another category.
I kind of want to work from the bottom up.
We can do that. I just wouldn't know if that's how you want to think.
No,
We
I
want
get
to
it.
start-
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's
You want to start from the bottom and then get to the top.
Because
Yeah.
I know, like, the jury that voted, like people in the industry, they Well, what if they're like, well, this is the game I'm going to give this award to, so I'm going to give it to a different award, even though it's nominated in the category. So something to kind of think about as well. When I was making my picks, I was
You know
kind of,
what? Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
I can do that.
Son of
Wait,
a.
I'm gonna meet you in the middle with best multiplayer game.
All
Take it away,
right.
Jeff.
All right.
We're gonna make some noise for the best multiplayer game. Here we go. The nominees are
Okay.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, and Sea of Thieves. Gentlemen, first up, go ahead.
And for those watching, we are doing our prediction and who we think will actually win.
Yes.
Right. So who we want to win and who we think will actually win. Justin,
Correct.
I will turn to you first. Best multiplayer game of that. Who do you want to see win? Who do you think will win?
Who do I want to see win? For me, I actually think Call of Duty Black Ops 4 would be my pick for want to win. It's a wonderful multiplayer game. Who I think will win is going to be Fortnite.
Okay,
And
Mr. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and vote.
Mr.
I'm going to
Middle.
vote now.
Mr. Watchman.
For me, I would love to see something that's not a shooter win, so I'd be really happy.
Yep.
I don't think Sea of Thieves is going to win. I don't think that they deserve to win, to be quite frank. Not yet. Give that game like a year or two to cook a little bit, and then we'll talk.
New expansion soon.
I would love to see Monster Hunter World win. That would be quite a coup for old Capcom, but I got to go with Level Up J. I think Fortnite is going to take it. I Can you make an argument for Fortnite not winning Best Multiplayer Game? I mean, last year at this time, PUBG was still king, but Fortnite was starting to really rise in its trajectory to insanity, and it's maintained that throughout the year. I mean,
and that's another thing too, like the fact that this game was technically playable last year. You're seeing like the way that people are voting for games and the game awards in general kind of switch, not only for the game awards itself, but like other shows and other outlets who are doing their nominees and their predictions, because they're not necessarily being like, this game was released in this calendar year. They're maybe looking at what game was the best of that category. And while this game wasn't released this year, it had such a huge impact. So
sure. I basically will second Justin here. I want to see Black Ops 4 win because I have had so much fun with that.
Yeah.
In every mode I played, whether it's zombies, and maybe like zombies for the first time ever. In the Blackout mode, which is still my favorite battle royale experience, and multiplayer, just basic PvP. I love it. But I'm with you guys. Fortnite, not only is it, a great multiplayer game, and I hate saying that but it's the biggest thing in gaming right now, period. Yeah. So you can't sit there and say Fortnite isn't meaningful, because it is a meaningful game.
All right, it's a sweep. Fortnite we pick for Best Multiplayer Game of the Year.
All right, next up we have Best Sports and Racing Game. We have the nominees of FIFA 19, Forza Horizon 4, Mario Tennis Aces, NBA 2K19, and Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. Watchmen, take it away first.
I'm going to go with, for my desire to win and for who I think will win, Forza Horizon 4. That game,
I hear you.
That game has done so much. It's just such a high quality game. So, yeah, no reason to vote against that.
Correct. Level Up Jay.
I'm gonna second him. I want, and I think Forza Horizon 4 will win.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see Forza Horizon 4 win. I really, really do, because it is an amazing game. Part of me thinks that FIFA might win it, because it is a soccer game. It is the biggest game in the world. Yeah. Everyone plays soccer.
You're not wrong.
I kind of think that, but I'm with you guys. I let's all just say I'll pick Forza Horizon 4.
Wow,
because it's just so good.
Another sweet.
Such a great racing game.
Now, let me tell you something there, son. You say everybody in the world plays soccer, but I bleed 3 colors: red, white, and blue. Now, I want you to think about that, because let me tell you something. Them colors, they don't run. And them colors, they don't run after some little black and white ball on a grassy field. Well, I don't play soccer. I don't play it. Jeff is speechless.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm letting you roll, man. I'm letting you do your improv thing.
All right.
I figure I'll skip. I'll skip best strategy game.
Okay.
Do we have any objections?
No,
Stratego.
because I haven't played any of those.
Best family game, yay or nay?
I don't have a family.
You know what? Let's do it just for fun. There's some good games in there.
All right. Best family game. The nominees are Mario Tennis Aces, Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Starly, Battle for Atlas, and Super Mario Party.
Wow.
A lot of Nintendo representation there.
Yeah.
I will go first. I will say I want, and I bet that Nintendo Labo will win this because
Ooh.
of the fact that it's not just a game, it's a family experience. And this also did very well sales-wise. And so I think Nintendo Labo should win and will win. Justin.
I think Jeff is onto something. I think Nintendo Labo will win. It is not the one I would vote for. If it was me, I would actually pick Super Mario Party because Super Mario Party was actually a really, really fun party game. Still is obviously good, and it did some unique things. I would say Overcooked 2 would be, right on its tails. I mean, I loved the Overcooked games. Those are some of my favorite games to play.
Sure.
In fact, I think that we still should do a Nerd Bacon Overcooked stream. But
Yes.
besides the point,
Yes.
I think that game will be the one that I pick that I would want to win. But I do think that Nintendo Labo ends up taking it because of politicking.
Wow. Why so negative?
Well, Nintendo Labo is, how do I want to put it without being, I like Nintendo, there's no secret there, but Nintendo Labo, in my opinion, is overly junk.
Wow.
I'm not a huge fan of Nintendo Labo.
Okay.
All right.
I think it was a misstep, in my opinion, but
But
what do I know?
Nintendo's been working out at the gym called Gold's Gym. And
You're right.
Gold doesn't say top tier. Gold says money that Nintendo has.
You're right.
They got muscles full of money, so they might buy their way to a victory.
I don't have those muscles.
I'm gonna pick Overcooked. I think Overcooked will win.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I don't really have a dog in the fight, so.
Okay.
No, right, same.
I just got an email from EA saying I can now download Command & Conquer Rivals on my iPhone.
Oh, there you go. Finally.
Doing that right now.
Finally.
So if you have an iOS device, Command & Conquer Rivals, which Conqueso hated, is in the App Store. All right.
Okay.
Guys, a game, a category very near and dear to us, best fighting game is next. Your nominees are Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Fighters, Soul Calibur 6, and Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Mr. Don't Call Me Watchman, call me Watchman. Answer the question.
All right, so the dog that I got in this fight, I'd like to see Soul Calibur 6 win. I think it's a fantastic game. It's just fun. I think I'm going to be playing that for many, many years. However, I think the game that will win is Dragon Ball Fighters. It's just had such a huge impact on the fighting game scene. Right. I don't see any way around it not taking the crown on this one.
Justin, level up, Justin, Mumbo. I'm not through saying your name.
I would like to say that as much as I have become more of a fighting game fan than I've ever been
you can't say
in
that
my life over the last year, I would like to see, because of the resurrection that this title had, I would like to see Street Fighter V Arcade Edition win. It won't, because I agree with Dave, Dragon Ball Fighters, which I think it's still going on at EVO, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighters will win because it did have a huge impact. It is a wonderful game to play. Yeah, it got a little stale there for a little bit, but there's a lot of coolness to it. It really it brought people that weren't fighting game fans into the community. I think that's the game that's going to end up taking the award.
Yeah.
Okay. I really want to see Soul Calibur 6 win because, gosh, it is such a good game. Oh my gosh, such a good game. What I think will win, I agree with you guys, but part of me also thinks that Street Fighter will take it because of politics.
Wow.
Because
Really?
Street Fighter, because it's Street Fighter.
Yeah,
And-
but yeah,
Okay.
okay.
No, Dragon Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball.
Okay, it's
Dragon
a
Ball.
sweep. It's a
Say,
sweep.
don't let me change your mind. Go with your gut. Go with your gut.
I mean, okay. I mean,
I want Street Fighter to win because I would like to see the comeback
See,
kid.
I don't
kid.
because I still have so many issues with that game. And
I
how-
played it the other night and had a good time.
Oh god, the fight money situation. I want to punch him on the face.
Wow, that's besides the point. But yes, you're right about Fight Money part.
But Soul Calibur 6, amazing game. Anyway,
No disagreements there.
review forthcoming. I promise. I have tomorrow. I have tomorrow off, so I'll work on it.
Oh, nice.
Best role-playing game.
Right?
Your nominees are Dragon Quest XI Echoes of the Elusive Age, Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, and Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire.
Wow.
Let's go with...
Jeff, you go first.
I will. I really want and hope and I really want Monster Hunter World to win
Okay.
because it is the best-selling game in Capcom's history, which is an amazing thing to say. What I think, and I really enjoy Monster Hunter World. It's hard to go back to when you have been away from it for so long.
Yes.
But what I think will win, Octopath Traveler. I think so many people gravitated towards that and had a huge cult following the second it came out. So I want Monster Hunter. I think Octopath will end up taking it. Dave.
I agree. I really would like to see Octopath Traveler win. It's such a fantastic, intimate RPG, and phenomenal soundtrack. This one's a tough one, actually. They're really good games, and any of these could really take it. While I want Octopath to win, I think the jury's going to go with Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest XI got great scores.
Sure.
Generally regarded as maybe the best in the series, and I think it's going to get recognized. Or you might see enough of a split between those two. You might see Pillars of Eternity 2 come in, and that game has had such bad sales, and that led to Obsidian getting purchased by Microsoft. But you might have that Jesse Ventura effect, is what I call it. Back when he won the governor seat in Minnesota. You had like an entrenched Republican and running against an entrenched Democrat, and the people who always vote Republican voted for the Republican. The people who always vote Democrat voted Democrat, and all the independents were like, you know what? Screw it. Let's give Jesse Ventura a shot. He ran well enough, and the Democrat and Republican split just enough so that Jesse Ventura was able to meet them in the middle and win.
Oh my God, Dave!
So I think there's a chance that we could see that happen with Pillars of Eternity 2. But I'm gonna play smart, and I'm gonna go with Dragon Quest.
All right.
Okay.
Justin.
Well, then I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit split, like kind of give a split decision here. So I think my pick to win it and the one I think will win is the same. I think Octopath Traveler wins the award.
Okay.
The little bit of time I've had with it, the little bit of time I spent, because I played it before the release a little bit, and I thought it was a really fun game. And someone that's not a big strategy guy, I had a lot of fun with it. It was fun. It was a little bit unique in the sense that you had the 8 different storylines, and it kind of all merged into one. I kind of feel bad for Monster Hunter World in the sense that like it's already been nominated for a couple different categories that we've talked about, and we haven't given it the win yet. But you know what? It is what it is. That game hit hard and kind of just fizzled away eventually.
I want it to win, and that's one thing is how much does time play into awards? How much is a game that recently came out that's still fresh in your mind overtake something that came out in January, February, that area?
You will see that in a further prediction I have later.
All right.
Oh.
Moving on. The first category showing that 2018 was a pretty good game, pretty good year of gaming. Best Action Adventure Game. Your nominees: Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Justin, your mind is still smoky from the last one. Go, keep going.
So for action adventure game, and I think there is going to be some politicking. People are going to vote for certain games for certain other awards where like it will win in that category, and then they'll give this category to a different game. Kind of one of those kind of things is going to happen.
Politics aside, just straight ticket.
I think the one that I would pick to win would be God of War. The game that I think will win will probably be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ah.
Okay.
Interesting.
David.
I am of a similar mindset. I think that this one, there is going to be a little politicking going on with this one.
I think so too.
I kind of think God of War would. I think normally God of War would win. My heart is with Spider-Man. But I'm going to say winning this one is going to be Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Wow.
I think I don't know. Assassin's Creed has kind of been sitting there in the shadows with some great review scores.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. I think that one's going to sneak in and take it.
Okay. My heart and my mind both tell me that Red Dead takes it.
Nice.
Okay. I just think that, and this comes from someone who 100%ed Spider-Man. Spider-Man is such a good game.
It's so good.
It is.
It is so good.
So good.
It's going to be overshadowed in some of these categories, which is too bad.
Moving on, next up, Best Action Game. Your nominees are Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Dead Cells, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5, and Mega Man 11. I will kick things off. First of all, I love that Dead Cells is even in this category. It's a fantastic game. It's in my top 10 of the year. I'll make a list later in this year. It's not going to win,
no.
But I'm glad it's here.
I think it's nominated in the indie category as well.
Good.
So
my heart and my mind both tell me that Black Ops 4 takes this.
Wow.
Okay.
Why is that?
It's one of the best Call of Duty games in years. And it's
really
the mixture
is.
of Blackout and the fun PvP. It kind of revitalized one of the biggest shooter franchise on the market. So that has to be. And again,
it
Destiny 2.
Crazy.
I know you guys poo on Destiny 2. It's really good, but I just think that Black Ops 4 is a better experience.
Destiny 2.
Who's next? Dave.
You know what? I'm going to say enough people are going to say screw it, and they're going to go with Dead Cells. Dead Cells is going to win.
I would love that.
Nice. I would love that as well. That's your pick for both?
Did you play Dead Cell yet, Dave?
I did not.
You really should.
I don't really have a dog in this fight. I would love to see Mega Man 11 win, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good segue.
Let's go Dead Cells.
Okay. Well, good segue.
Yeah.
Because my heart wants to see Mega Man 11 win.
Oh.
Because I have played and beaten Mega Man 11. Mega Man 11 is a fantastic game. It really is. It's a lot of fun to play, but I am of the mindset that Black Ops 4 takes this award. Black Ops 4, again, I agree with Jeff. It is one of the best, if not the best Black Ops game, or no, the best Call of Duty game across the board since probably, I don't know, one of the other Black Ops games.
I'm
Black Ops 2,
I'm going to say Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's what people have been asking for. The sales are there, and I'm not sitting here I'm trying not to sit here and be like, oh, first-person shooter is going to win. It's like there's Dead Cells is definitely deserving, but Black Ops 4, it's won some of the, or it's sold some of the most. Like the sales are there. I'll just put it that way. The sales are there. I think, and it is a very good game. It's really cool to go back to. So
sure is. Moving on. Real quickly, I will as the VR guy, I will say the best VR/AR game should be Beat Saber. It is so much fun. Just throw it out there.
All right.
Uh,
So is that your pick?
That's my pick.
That's
as
your
much
pick.
as like Tetris Effect is in there, and I can't wait. I hope to try that out in PSVR at some point if I get that for Christmas. But and it's a great game outside of VR. But Beat Saber is a blast, and you will hopefully see a sizzle reel of me playing Beat Saber on the site soon.
Woo.
Best mobile game, yay or nay?
I mean, I've heard a little bit about a couple of these games, but if I'd be surprised if Fortnite doesn't win it. I mean, I don't really have a dog in the fight otherwise.
Moving on. Best independent game.
Okay.
Nominees are Celeste, Dead Cells, Into the Breach, Return of the Obra Dinn, and The Messenger.
Golly.
Justin, have at it.
I've not played all of these games, but I've watched enough of these games either via Twitch or YouTube or just in general, letting people talk about it, that I feel like this is Dead Cells category to lose.
Oh.
But that would be my heart. But because of the amount of press and at least the talking that this game is getting, I think Celeste wins this category.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly, I have not played Celeste, but supposedly Celeste is an absolute masterpiece.
I had Celeste demoed for me Saturday night. We were watching it. It's pretty fantastic. Yeah, it is a fantastic game.
So I've not played it, but Dead Cells is fantastic. And I'm not saying these other ones. The Messenger's also really good. The Messenger is really good.
Yeah.
But I think this is where Celeste is going to get its award. This is part of that politicking. So my heart says Dead Cells. My brain says Celeste. So I'm going with Celeste is going to get the award.
3 games that I definitely need to get immediately.
Sir Devington, as you drink upon your drink.
This one's tough. This one's really tough. Celeste, like I said, it's got so much buzz behind it.
Right.
I was kind of forgotten about it. It was flying. I hadn't heard about it until it got nominated, and now suddenly the Golden Child. Dead Cells has had so much buzz. Messenger has looked excellent. I've heard really good things about Return of the Obra Dinn. I'm gonna. My heart wants to say Celeste, but I think Dead Cells is gonna take it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Going opposite.
I will say everybody watching this and you two should definitely play Into the Breach. It is amazing. It's just the FTL crew making a fun little mech rogue game.
I forgot that. Wow,
awesome.
Dang it.
Awesome. But I'm with you. My heart, my mind, Dead Cells takes this category.
Wow.
It is just so good. But Into the Breach, shout out. Love that game.
I wish I just knew more about Celeste.
Yeah, me too.
The game is about a girl who's facing like her inner demons, and she's trying to beat her inner demons by climbing this mountain. And it's a 2D platformer. It's tough as nails. It's
right up my alley. Then.
Yeah, it's tough as nails. There really aren't enemies or anything. It's just all platform challenges.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got a great soundtrack, and it's a really cool the way that they are working her emotional and mental struggles into the story in the levels that I saw. So there's a really good chance that Celeste wins.
That's a really good segue then.
Yeah. Games for
yes.
Woo!
Yes.
So this could also be known as the Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice Award from last year.
I'm assuming we want to go through this then?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Games for Impact. Your nominees are 11/11 Memories Retold, Celeste, Florence, Life is Strange 2, Episode 1, and The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories. I will start saying I have not played any of these. Moving on.
I'll go ahead and say Celeste will take this one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a little bit about Florence off of a Kind of Funny Games cast or Games Daily, whatever one it was. supposedly it's really unique and a really good like sit down. And it's only like 20 or 40 minutes long or something. That's real short. But I agree. I think Celeste takes this one.
All right. Moving on. Dave, we're getting into our actors category.
All right.
Best performance. I will butcher some of these names.
That's okay.
Brian Deschart as Connor in Detroit Become Human. Perhaps it's Brian Deschart as Connor in Detroit Become Human. Christopher Judge as Kratos in God of War.
Boy.
He looks so nice in that photo.
I know. Millicenthe Mahut as Cassandra in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay.
Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2. And Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker in Marvel's Spider-Man. I am going to go on a limb. As much as I would love Roger, at his portrayal of Arthur Morgan makes me want to be both good and bad, which is a rare thing for a character for me to want to be good and bad. I love Christopher Judge's portrayal of Kratos as Daddy Kratos trying to deal with
Papa Kratos,
dealing with the kid, and also trying to be a badass at the same time. So Christopher Judge has my vote.
Okay.
Justin.
Both the one I want to win and the one I think will win is Yuri Lowenthal's Peter Parker from Spider-Man. The reason I say this is because the only one of these that I've listened to where I've closed my eyes and listened to the voice and I've been like, that's that character, it's that one. If he played Peter Parker in a movie or in a cartoon, I would believe that was Peter Parker's voice. Or if Peter Parker was a real character, that's Peter Parker's voice. The emotional highs, the emotional lows of Peter Parker it's insane. Like, after I played that game, it is an emotional roller coaster. And the way that Peter Parker is portrayed in this game is fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, the same thing is like, I know what they did in Red Dead, you know, how like when you talk to somebody and you get further away and all that, like the same thing with Spider-Man, when he's putting more effort, when he's swinging and he's running and doing the different actions, you can hear the difference in his voice because they recorded the different voice lines versus when he's just walking on the street. And just the portrayal that he gave Peter is like I said, if they literally made this into a movie, I would think that was Peter Parker.
Yes, honorable mention to Nathan Fillion as Cade Six. There, I got you.
I was gonna say it. I was going to say it. Cade 6. Everybody, Cade 6. Cade 6.
Thanks, Cool Swag.
By the way, Cool Swag Dude 900 is the newest Baconeer and now hosting us on Mixer. Cade,
all right.
Cool Swag Dude 900. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. And be sure to join us, as you can see on the crawl there. Be sure to join us Thursday. Watch the Game Awards. Hang out with us. Have a couple drinks with us. You know.
And then the after party afterwards.
The after party. Yeah, we're having an after party afterwards. It'll be great.
Yes, we are. All right. Dave.
Justin, I love the impassioned speech for Yuri. I agree with it. I think he was phenomenal. It's hard to believe that he played shoot, I can never remember his name. The blonde-haired kid in Final Fantasy 15. I cannot remember his name.
Oh, yes.
We'll think of it later. But anyway, the point is, he was great. I agree. The guy who played Arthur Morgan, Roger Clark, I think Arthur Morgan, that performance is growing on me as I play through Red Dead. But
sure,
I got to agree with old Jeff Aroth here. I think Chris Judge, there was just such something special about that performance that really made Kratos. If anybody else were playing that role, it's like James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. You cannot imagine anybody else playing Darth Vader.
Right.
And I can't imagine any other voice as the voice of Kratos. It just would not work. So I got to give it to Chris Judge.
You think of, well, it wasn't him in the first few games. This is his first time being Kratos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And you imagine the laid out before him, hey, by the way, in the past games, you just murdered. You were the biggest badass. You killed everybody. You were just the rage-filled monster. Now you're a dad. Have fun. Like
he brought soul to Kratos.
And he nailed it.
He
Completely
soul.
different.
He gave him
Gravity.
that second and third dimension. So
both characters, both Peter Parker / Spider-Man and Kratos, like have history there. So I agree with you guys. Like you have to portray their own version. You know, where like Arthur that wasn't a character that he had necessarily like a lot of backstory there or whatever. So same with Cassandra. You know, so.
Moving on, best audio design, yay or nay?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Best audio design presented by Dolby, of course.
Presented by Dolby.
She blinded me with science. Did you know that was that same guy? Like Thomas Dolby helped found Dolby, and he made She Blinded Me with Science.
By the way, I want to give a shout out. CDR Coffee Bear is hosting us on Twitter right now, or on Twitch right now. CDR. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
He was following me on Twitter, so thanks. I'm assuming he. Sorry, I should never assume.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, thank you.
Well.
Coffee Bear seems very masculine, so if you're not, then
I mean it's better than Putt Putt Moo Moo.
Putt Putt.
Nothing is better than Putt Putt Moo Moo.
No, that's the best. All right. Anyway, best audio design.
Audio design.
The sounds.
By Dolby. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Forza Horizon 4, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to go ahead and say that Red Dead Redemption takes this one too. It's because when you're out in the wilderness, you really feel like you are alone in the wilderness. And the immersion has to include the audio design. And I think it really nails it here with just the ambiance. Wherever you are, even in towns, you just hear random conversations, or you're in the bar and you hear in the saloon and you hear all the chatter going on in the bar and the piano in the corner. It just sounds like you are part of the scene, and that is a wonderful thing. Rockstar can do no wrong when it comes to sound. So Red Dead Redemption 2, Heart and Mind takes this category. Justin.
I'm going to say the game that I think wins this and the game that I want to win this is the same. I was leaning God of War up until not that long ago. I'm going to go with Marvel Spider-Man.
Okay.
Marvel Spider-Man literally has some of the best sound that I've heard in a game in a long, long time. And all the things you just said, the same things. Like I can talk to people on the street. I can hear people talking. I can talk about crimes. You got the J. Jonah Jameson's podcast, but then you even get into like the soundtrack. When you jump off a building and the music swarms up, and then you swoop up and then you fly in the air, like you feel like you're a superhero. You legit get the feeling that I am Spider-Man. Like you're not playing Yuri Lowenthal being Peter Parker. You're not Peter Parker playing Spider-Man. You're not even Spider-Man. You are yourself. Like you are the superhero. That music that swells and it gives you that feeling when you're swooping through New York, or Manhattan, excuse me. It's such an awesome feeling, and that's the reason I'm going to go with Marvel Spider-Man.
I was going to vote Call of Duty, but you know what? You sold me. I'm going to go with Spider-Man as well. Real quick, we got a question here from Cool Swag Dude 900. He asks, what's your favorite suit in Spider-Man? His is Spirit. I thought this was a good question to defer to you, Level Up Jay, because you have 100% of that game. You are the platinum Spider-Man man. What was your favorite suit?
I was very fond of the one that you get when you beat the game. I don't want to spoil that for those who haven't. But my favorite was, and I think it's just because it's so just chill, was Scarlet Spider.
All right.
Sure.
With the hoodie. Yeah.
Yep.
What's up, Kiko Path? How you doing?
Hey, Kiko.
Hey, what's up, Kiko?
I like the suit you get from, I don't want to spoil that. Okay, from Black Widow.
For Black Widow?
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say, like, I don't know how far you two are in, but like, I don't want to spoil anything more for you two than anybody else because of the fact that like it's been out long enough now where certain people are going to get far enough to probably get there. But I know you two are busy, and But like I said, there's even a suit that you get if you 100% it. It's not really worth it. But
I really want to get back to it. I'm probably like 60% through the game right now, but
oh sure,
I've got I'm
yeah.
off like December 26th through January 2nd, so that's gonna be my time.
I've been splitting my time with Red Dead and Artifact and everything else going on. So and I will be putting all my time into Smash here before too long. So
yes.
Hey, let's move on here. Let's move on. We're at soundtrack.
Yes,
Okay,
best score / music presented by Spotify. Nominees are Celeste, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Dave, go.
There's only one soundtrack this year that I want to play over and over and over again, and that is Octopath Traveler. It's a beautiful soundtrack, a beautiful throwback to the 16-bit era of RPGs and just how story was told through music. I cannot speak highly enough of that game and that soundtrack. Celeste, beautiful soundtrack as well. God of War, another amazing soundtrack. You really can't go wrong with any of the games that are nominated here. But my heart definitely goes for Octopath Traveler. I think it'd be a crime if it didn't win. I'll tell you what's a crime is that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is not in this category as well, because that came out in December, so that missed all the award nominations last year, and now it's long forgotten and doesn't get nominated for this year. So Octopath, though, that's my pick.
Justin.
My heart says Spider-Man. The one that's going to win is Octopath Traveler. Nice. I agree with you.
Shout out to I wish that Frozen Synapse 2 was on here. That's a wonderful soundtrack.
I think when Dave was talking about the game that Xeno Chronicles Xenoblade being on here, I think that'll be like Smash next year because there's so many cool remixes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all the stuff, the redone stuff. But yeah, that'll be like Smash next year.
My heart would say God of War because it's just, but I'm with you guys. Octopath wins this one. What a beautiful soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Best art direction, yay or nay?
We can do it just real quick.
Here we go. Best art direction, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Octopath Traveler, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Return of the Obra Dinn.
Jeff, I'm sorry. What did you say for music? I spaced.
Octopath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Art direction.
Heart says God of War, but I think Octopath wins that. All right. Best art direction, I really want to think that Octopath wins this one as well. Because it's very reminiscent of that 16-bit RPG, very Chrono Trigger-like, so I think that's an art style. But don't sleep on the Obra Dinn because of just the style of that sort of game. So, Justin.
I think Octopath. Well, I would pick Octopath. I think God of War wins this one.
Wow.
Okay.
David. Right. I'm going to stick with Octopath, actually. I think the 16-bit style was very refreshing for a major...
It was.
Let's say AA console release. So, at least a major studio release. It was pretty refreshing. So, I'm going to go with Octopath.
Gave you those good tingly feelings of yesteryear.
All right. Moving on. Best narrative. Nominees are Detroit Become Human, God of War, Life is Strange 2, Episode 1, Marvel's Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Justin.
Best narrative, I'm going to give my heart and my head both say the same thing. God of War wins this one.
All righty. Dave.
I agree with Level Up Justin. I say God of War.
I will third that and say God of War wins this one for best narrative. Best game direction. Yay or nay?
Sure.
All right. Best game direction. A Way Out. Detroit Become Human. Broken record now. God of War. Marvel Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's a race of 3.
Direction is concerned.
Direction defined as the game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
I'm going to say Red Dead takes this because of the fact that it's a slow-paced game for a reason. It wants you to take everything in. So I like the slower-paced direction of Red Dead Redemption 2. So my mind and my body and my soul, Red Dead Redemption 2 takes this one.
Oof. I feel like it's too slow, and I feel like there's enough variance in there that something else is going to come in. I will pick... That's a tough one. I'm going to go with Spider-Man on this one. I think Spider-Man... Yeah, fantastic direction on that. Really well-paced, kept you engaged throughout the entirety. It felt like you were playing through a movie. It felt like if it was a movie, it would be like the best Spider-Man movie ever. I mean, it was just fantastic all the way through. So,
my mind and my heart say the same thing. I'm going to make this a 3-way dance and say God of War wins this.
Alrighty.
I think God of War wins this because if you remember how much of a buzz this game created when it was like no loading, no cutscene, like the cutscenes, like you don't feel, you always are immersed in everything. You just can walk from one thing to the next. I know it's becoming a more prominent in the games industry, but with this game being like that camera that never pans away, it's that one shot all the way through. That was a huge deal back when this game came out, and it still is. I think God of War wins this one.
Wow.
I totally forgot about that. So I think Justin, I think you're right, my friend.
I did a little research.
Wow. You're a professional? You're on the wrong show, man. Next up, best ongoing game.
This is the game that never ends.
Lamb Chop!
Your nominees are Destiny 2 Forsaken, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Overwatch, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Dave the Watchman.
Fortnite!
All right. He's second, so he's extra right. Justin.
My heart says Overwatch. And you know what? Damn it. I'm just going to do it. Overwatch wins.
Whoa, he did it. He did it.
Overwatch wins.
Justin, you are not alone. Overwatch wins this one.
Whoa.
Look, shout to Hello Games for No Man's Sky reboot, successful reboot.
Hell yeah, man.
That's awesome that it got back into relevance. Also, Rainbow Six Siege, that has kept going despite every reason why it shouldn't have been going.
Right.
It's a great game, but it's still going, which is amazing. But Overwatch for me wins this one.
Cool swag, dude. 900 votes. Destiny.
Okay.
Poo on Destiny.
There's Destiny 2 is a great game. Faces.
I've heard it's gotten very, very good.
That expansion, much like Taken King, made that first game so much better. Forsaken made Destiny 2 so much better and bigger. So. All right, boys, we've come to it. The game of the year.
All right.
Your nominees are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption 2. I will open the floor to one level up, Justin.
You would go with me first.
Of course I would.
I think this is where politics wins.
Oh.
Because my heart says the real game of the year is God of War. Like, it is better than Red Dead Redemption 2. It's better than Spider-Man. It's better than every other game in this category.
Wow.
But I think this is where the time of it being off could hurt it. That's where, like, Red Dead's been out. People are, like, hot on Red Dead. But just to be different, I'm going to pick God of War to win it.
Wow.
I am going to say God of War wins it, but I do think that Red Dead ends up taking it. I'm just going to pick it just to be different, to try to spice things up.
Okay. Dave the Watchman.
Well, you know what? You're not that different because I'm going with God of War as
Oh,
well. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting it.
Red Dead is a phenomenal achievement, but you know what? It's not addicting me
Sure.
like God of War or Spider-Man did. It's so slow paced that it's just, I don't know. So, and I'm sure it picks up as we go along, but I don't know. There's just something especially masterful about God of War this year. So I gotta go with God of War.
And I finally got to tinker a little bit with Red Dead, so we've all played it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Boy, what I think will win is Red Dead. What I want to win is also Red Dead. I think, and I'm with you guys because God of War is just so damn good. But Red Dead scratched that itch for me and just really immersed me in a game world like I've never felt before. And just made me live this life that I've never experienced in a game before. So I think Red Dead should take it, will take it, but God of War is so damn good.
They're all really good.
All these games are great.
Every game on here on this list is great. I kind of feel a little bit for Monster Hunter World just because I don't know if that's the Horizon Zero Dawn of this year where it's nominated a bunch and doesn't win, but I mean, Red Dead loses me a little bit where I feel like, it kind of there's some things that aren't perfect with that game and very tedious, and God of War just it immerses me in a way that no other game has, and that feeling of throwing that axe.
Sure.
And having to come back.
Dad axe though.
Oh man.
Are we talking Overwatch mains in the mixer chat? Because I'm a Lucio main. And I'm a Lucio main. I'm a Brigitte main. I love Brigitte. She's my girl. Ash is so much fun. What else I play a lot of? Anyway.
I was a Lucio. I was a Lucio main as well. Yep. I was a Lucio main when I played, and then played quite a bit of Lucio. I guess Lucio I was the only one I can really say that I played the most of. Just loved playing as Lucio.
Real quick, CDR Coffee Bear poses in the Twitch chat. Does the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 lived up to the hype lessen the wow factor? That's a great question.
I don't think so. I think if anything, if it lives up to the hype, it accentuates it. Because there was just so much hype already, just from the word go. We had astronomical expectations. It's a Rockstar game. And one of their best games they've ever built was Red Dead Redemption 1. And so our expectations were through the roof. The fact that it met that, that will only do great things for them.
I think,
and I don't think it was. I think I was gonna say I think it was gonna sell like fire no matter what. Like this game was gonna, if it came out, the only way is if it was getting like the bad rap that Fallout 76 is getting. I don't say that to be like kind of a D-bag or anything. I'm literally saying like if it prior to release was getting the same fire that game's getting right now and people throwing shade on it, it might have hurt a little bit, but that game was going to sell bonkers no matter what. It broke the darn internet when it came out, when the trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Like, but my question, my backup question to that would be, to you guys, did it live up to the hype though? Did it really?
I think it's, I don't know. For me, I don't feel, I feel it's lived up to expectations, but I don't feel wowed by it like I did with Red Dead Redemption or like I did with something like Spider-Man, which exceeded my expectations like by far.
Oh yeah.
But then how much of that is because Red Dead Redemption 1 was such a new concept, like an open world Western game. I mean, Gun was kind of that, but even that was kind of not even what Red Dead 1 first did. This is not the first time. It's just it took what Red Dead 1 did so well and then made it bigger and better and gave you this. It's able to take GTA but then not make it GTA.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Kinda.
I
don't
think
I don't know if I
makes
agree with it
sense.
not being GTA. I still think it's GTA Western riding on a horse.
It's the matter of it's pacing is the big thing. I mean, GTA is so fast. And you're in cars and you're in planes and you're in you're doing robberies. And in Red Dead, you have to build to that. You have to live this life. It's like a life simulator that you also have this whole world to live in too.
That's
for me.
I appreciated that about Red Dead Redemption, but I don't know. I think they've increased that life simulator aspect maybe a little too much in Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's kind of annoying that I'm thinking about, oh, I got to go take a bath and I got to make sure my horse is clean.
Exactly.
Yeah, I find that stuff
I love
really
that
annoying.
Here's the
I
thing:
find
is
that
like
annoying.
if I want to, okay, so we can do a lot of these things in real life, and when I play a game, I like escaping reality. And while from time to time, I don't mind playing a game where I have to make myself dinner in it, aka like Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. But at some point, it becomes tedious. And with Red Dead, the little bit I've played of it and everything, like I don't want to have to worry about grooming my horse or doing all that extra tedious stuff. Like, let me just be a BA Western dude, John Wayne, and go and have, and yes, and still build the story and everything. That's totally fine. But a lot of that takes away from the narrative.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that stuff takes away from the narrative. So then I'm worried about the other stuff and, where these other games didn't. And I can escape reality with that stuff and have a good time and fun. I'm not worried about, like I said, grooming my horse, taking a bath and all that stuff. And let's be honest, the gun combat isn't even like that great. Like it's never been in a Rockstar game, or
Sure,
Well,
but you don't have to do that. You don't have to groom the horse. You don't have to bathe it. It will affect gameplay for sure. But I love that extra layer of, oh, I have to also live this life. I mean, it's not just me being John Wayne. It's me kind of being Clint Eastwood. Like, yeah, I'm kind of that gunslinger, but I also have to live the Western life, and I have to make these moral choices. And there's so many layers that I live for that kind of game where I can just live in this world. And no other game have I felt so immersed in a game world like I have with Red Dead.
Well,
see, I like the layers.
Let's go ahead and shelve that discussion for another time here, because we still have a little bit more Game Awards to talk about here, because we've talked about our thoughts for the nominees and our predictions on who's going to win. But now's the fun part. Now's the real bacon. Now it's time for us to offer our predictions on what reveals we think we will see at the Game Awards 2018 Thursday night. All right. So what do we want to do? Like 3 or 4 predictions each? Do we want to go through?
Crash Team Racing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I know. God. Now we got to make sure that we're not doing predictions that have been leaked already. And we got to preface this by saying that we're not necessarily basing these predictions off of inside information. We're trying to steer away from that.
Right.
While we may have heard things,
right?
Nothing that we're predicting is like anything like factual or anything like that.
Although we have heard
things.
And by the way, for those of you who are interested in joining us for our Game Awards watch along, right here on Nerd Bacon's Twitch channel, Mixer channel, YouTube, and Smashcast channel, wherever you're watching us right now, you can come back and join us on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. We'll be here just offering our reactions to the Game Awards. We're going to have some special guests like Penultimate Insider Golfing Buffalo. Maybe a few developers are joining us as well, still trying to get that finalized. Maybe a few other insiders as well. You never know. Just drop by, say howdy, and just hang out and have some fun with us. Now,
the party goes all night, too.
It does go all night. I will say that one of my sources, my buddy Grail, he has offered some predictions.
Okay.
Cool. He's offered some predictions.
Do I have to go first then?
For Nintendo, he says Nintendo will announce they are releasing some games.
Yes!
For Sony, he says Sony will announce they are releasing some games.
Okay. All right.
There's one more. Microsoft will announce that they are buying some companies.
All right. Very nice.
All right. I promised them I would get that in there. I promised.
All right.
All right.
Cool swag. For Honor Marching Fire is great. Just FYI, that expansion is fire. Okay. I will go first. My first prediction.
Okay, hang on. Let me get a fresh sheet of paper here.
Fresh sheet of paper.
Fresh
This is
sheet.
based off of there's nothing to back this up. This is just my prediction. It's going to happen at the Game Awards. Are you ready?
Cue Conan O'Brien's In the Year 2000 music.
In the year 2000.
Okay.
All right.
The announcement will be made for Mortal Kombat 11 gets announced at the Game Awards.
That's that was my first prediction as well.
Me too. Dang it.
That's why I went first. Enjoyed my middle finger.
I would put a modifier on that. I will put a modifier.
Okay.
Because Mortal Kombat 11's trailer will be a one more thing moment. Because they will also announce an HD remake of the first three Mortal Kombats.
Yep.
And that will be coming for Switch. So my prediction, Mortal Kombat HD remake, it's announced, and then, one more thing, here's Mortal Kombat 11.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you guys both took exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say Mortal Kombat 11. I think we see a trailer for that. I don't know how deep we get into all that. So I would say, but I agree with Dave that there's going to be like a, something to do with like an HD remaster. There's been some hints out there, some voice actors kind of talking about this game possibly coming, and we all know it's coming at some point. Mm-hmm. And I don't know the exact number of games that they're saying is going to be out there, but I know Jeff kind of dropped like, I thought he said like 12 games.
Yeah, 10 to 12.
10 to 12. So
like 8 of them have leaked.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So, who wants to go next with prediction number 2? Prediction number 2.
Oh.
Do we finally see what From Software is working on?
Well, we know what they're working on. It's
was that what was that game called?
Sekiro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know what they're working on.
Thank you. I forgot about that game.
I will go. I'll go.
Well, yeah, okay.
All right. So I find it very interesting that we have all these composers that are going to be performing at the Game Awards. Harry Gregson Williams. I'm so excited for that because he composed the Metal Gear Solid 2 soundtrack. The epic theme for that. One of my favorite soundtracks of all time. But renowned film composer Hans Zimmer will also be performing at the Game Awards. Now that is intriguing. Hans Zimmer in the house. I mean,
is he
Crimson Tide, Batman, the Batman trilogy. What else? The Last Samurai, Superman. All of these movies. I mean, he's one of the most prolific composers out there. But my friends, Hans Zimmer also composed a theme for a game. Mm-hmm. And that game, my friend, was Modern Warfare 2. Mm-hmm. So, gentlemen, my prediction is Hans Zimmer is in the house to play the intro to the debut of the remake of Modern Warfare 2.
Wow. Okay.
We kind of had the inkling that the Modern Warfare 2 remaster was coming.
Right.
Perhaps with no multiplayer, which would be stupid. Sorry to my neighbors for me yelling that, but...
Keep it down there.
I'm sorry.
It's not stupid.
I'm sorry I pay my rent every month on time.
Pinnacle to Call of Duty's progression. Can't all be multiplayer.
It's about the multiplayer, Dave.
Your neighbors are very passionate about single player.
Weird. Why'd I move here? Also, I found out Jimmy John's does not deliver this apartment.
What?
I may have to move.
You do have to move. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
Did Justin actually give one?
No.
I can give one.
I jumped in.
All right.
So they're coming out with presenters and performers. One of the presenters is the Russo brothers.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Russo brothers, obviously, of the Avengers movies, and I'm going to make a comboed prediction that we will see, that we are going to see our first footage from the Square game for the Avengers, the Avengers Square game, and the first reveal of the trailer for the next Avengers movie.
I am with you 1,000%.
I think both those things are going to happen.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I would be happy just with the trailer, to be quite frank with you, but dang, if we get both, I'd be happy with either or, but if we get both, that would be
the only other thing, right? And the only thing I didn't say was that Fortnite had a Thanos mode, and Fortnite is going to be there. And then they said they're doing an announcement that's not related to Season 7, even though Season 7 does have some artwork that's dropping now, and it's supposed to be dropping the same day. What if they are doing another Avengers tie-in with Fortnite? I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm leaving that one off the shelf. But I'm going to say the Square Avengers game and the first look at the movie trailer will drop.
Nice. All right, Jeff, this is prediction number 2 from you.
We get the release date.
Okay.
For Death Stranding.
Oh, I agree. I agree entirely.
I agree.
So we get a new trailer and a release date for Death Stranding.
I agree with you.
They had that leak. I agree with you, cool swag dude 900. Fortnite is overrated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway. I will say this. Two of the three of us did enjoy some time with it, but yes, it is overrated. I agree.
It's the community that built up around it that made me hate that game. It's the Nickelback of gaming.
Anyway, I agree with you entirely. Death Stranding release date. I mean that has been like the little friendship between Kojima and Jeff Keighley, and I will be very happy to see the release date. We also saw that Walmart Canada leak that potentially says sometime in June for Death Stranding. So it'd be very interesting. I was thinking we were going to get a release date anyway. It just seemed like it was the right time. But I think that leak solidifies that, we are getting a release date. So I think we're good. Jeff, are we doing 3 or 4 predictions each?
Oh, let's just do 3 because we're running long on time here.
All right.
Question on the release date. 1, does anyone want to take a stab at it? And 2, do we think it's this gen or is it tied into next gen?
I think it's this gen. I think it's kind of the last hurrah of this gen.
Okay.
And I would put it around next fall.
No, I think it's middle of the year. So I'm gonna say June 28th.
Okay.
I'm gonna say September 19th. And then say ish afterwards.
9/19-ish. Okay, I like it. And remember, we also took our bets as far as what the plot was going to be for Death Stranding.
Oh my God.
That was our E3 tiebreaker.
Right.
So, wow. I've actually got 2 more predictions, but we'll
go for it. I'm gonna step away for a quick second, but I have the headphones on.
Justin, do you want to go next? I feel like I just went first on
No. So everybody's given 2.
Yeah.
And did Jeff just give his third with Death Stranding, or was that his second?
That was his second.
Okay.
So this is round 3.
Man, I was kind of wanting to see his reaction on this one, but I can go ahead and go. It's not a big deal.
I'll pretend to be him.
I think that one of the reveals or one of the finally trailers that we're going to get is we're going to see Reggie walk on a stage.
Oh.
And Nintendo's going to bring Metroid Prime 4.
Okay, I was going to ask about that.
I think Reggie is going to, he's always he's kind of secretly like sorry, like that one guy that's kind of like, yeah, just talk to me and talk to me next year. Talk to me in a little bit. Like, we know, we got you. We got you. We know. So I think he's got some up his sleeve.
I feel like that's a safe one, personally.
Okay.
I agree with it. I agree. I think it's time to see Metroid Prime 4. I think that's what the audience wants to see. Here's my question. Do we see anything else from them?
From Nintendo?
Yeah. So I'm betting we see that long-rumored Metroid Prime trilogy.
Like the trilogy, like an HD trilogy remake?
For the Switch. And then there's like one more thing. But is there any extra sauce? Like last year, we got the Bayonetta 1-2 combo pack. We got Bayonetta 3. And we got the Zelda DLC dropping that night.
That's true. So welcome back, Jeff.
Hi.
My third prediction was Metroid Prime 4 is revealed.
I heard you. I have headphones.
Okay, good. I
have wireless headphones.
That's right.
Good investment.
I think part of that sauce could be that HD trilogy remake.
Yeah.
I think the other part, in my heart, I would love for them to be like, oh, by the way, a new challenger approaches, and here's a new Smash character. It's not going to happen. I get it. I will reserve that for another time. I think we could see some more Mario Kart 8 DLC. I think that could be a little like spice.
I would love that.
Sprinkle that on there.
They said out tonight for Mario Kart 8 DLC. Yeah, definitely give it to me.
I know, right?
I will, Jeff. I'll let you go. Number 2 here on round 3.
Wow, not on stream. I won't.
Gross.
Okay, I just thought of 2 more, so we can go for it.
Okay.
Oh dang! I got to come up with another one.
Yeah. I lost one of them, but I'll come back to me. I got it. Okay, we will see a proper trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's a game we hadn't been talking about since that E3 of Dreams.
Right.
And they keep, mentioning the creator program and stuff. I think we finally see something. I think that game is still kind of a ways away, but I think we see something. So Ubisoft says we're still working on this. It's a cult classic. So they need to put something out there. So Beyond Good and Evil 2, we'll see something from that.
That would be awesome. I think
that
actually
we
see something else from Ubisoft. I think we see the new Splinter Cell.
Okay.
But
I would. Oh, yeah.
That wasn't going to be my prediction. My prediction actually is going back to Nintendo. Yeah, Justin.
That's me.
Justin, I think we are going to see the first DLC character announced. My friend, it's time. It's time.
Already?
It's time. Oh. I think they're going to make the announcement we have all been waiting for. I think Reggie's going to say, hold up.
Yeah, but one more thing.
It's actually 2 more. Banjo and Kazooie.
Oh.
Banjo and Kazooie will be announced as the first DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And here's the kicker. I'm going to double down on this bet. That DLC will be out at the game's launch at midnight. You will be able to pay your $6.
Oh, expletive. Oh, expletive word. Oh, no. Oh, that's beautiful. That would be amazing. Oh, God.
What? Are you being sarcastic?
I know. I'm being real. Like, that would be perfect.
That would be so good. Amazing. Because now I'm sitting here in awe, but now I'm trying to think back to like how they were talking about Piranha Plant not being available, and they were already into development on Piranha Plant, but not on any of the characters. Please just be a curveball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with your delivery. Maybe a different character though.
Ooh.
Okay.
Who do you think?
Is this like a side bet now? We like
side bet.
Parlay?
Side bet. Yes, let's go.
Parlays?
should we do Smash like later?
Okay, yeah. Because actually, that was what I wanted to close our show with, and we've got like 10 minutes left. All right.
Okay. All right, Justin. Oh yeah, another prediction.
I didn't have another one prepared, so I'm gonna go off the wall.
Whoa.
This is gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Whoa.
And you know what? I could go safe and say Splinter Cell, but I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
EA is gonna come out.
You dick.
And everybody's gonna boo them. But then before they leave, they're gonna show the reveal of NCAA football.
What?
Shut up.
And then they're going to be cheered, and then they're going to walk away, and they're just going to be like, mic drop. Done.
I think we could see.
NCAA football is back, baby.
Shut up.
I think we could see like Dragon Age 4. But I want to believe that much. I want to believe that much that we'll see.
I had like 3 good ones. I had the Mortal Kombat. I had my Metroid Prime 4.
One crappy one.
And then I just never really like sunk into like a definite third one. I thought about like the Mario Kart 8 DLC and stuff like that. I thought about a couple other things, but Splinter Cell crossed my mind too. But like maybe they'll hold off. But I never really
2000 remake.
Madden 2000. They're gonna do it. They're gonna drop.
We're
they're gonna
going
drop
back to the past.
NCAA football.
Before football players beat their wives. Oh man, I like it. NCAA football redone.
If we didn't have a little bit of fun, I mean,
actually, we felt around E3 time in our heart of hearts that we would see a new NBA Jam.
I know.
Right?
Maybe. I will say
that anniversary.
How's this, Justin? I will say you are gonna get the sports swap out modifier because I don't think there's any way NCAA is gonna happen.
There's not.
Cool as I think that would be. But if they come out and say NBA Jam, I'm gonna give you credit.
Yeah.
I
like it.
All right.
Yeah.
And Cool Swag Dude 900, if they come out and say Madden 2000 remake, I'm gonna give you credit. You get 5 times the credit.
God, NBA Jam makes so much sense because it is the anniversary and there's the book coming out, which I'm following the guy who's writing it. I want to get him on the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I would love to reach out to him. But my last prediction, real quick.
Okay.
We are going to see finally, oh my God, something about that FF7 remake.
Oh, snappity doodah.
You're onto something there, I think.
I still don't think a release date's coming except for like 2019 or some year.
Right.
But I think we finally see that they're actually going forward with, now that Kingdom Hearts 3 is done, they're going to put their efforts into the FF7 remake.
I agree.
All right. There are so many wild predictions that I could make here with the 4th one. My guts have been telling me, but I don't know if this would happen at the Game Awards. My guts have been telling me that there is going to be a Metal Gear Solid remake announced.
Yeah.
But
there's been some rumblings.
I don't know if that would happen at the Game Awards because Keighley hearts Kojima and Kojima hearts Keighley, and that's cool. And
we all heart Kojima.
What if Kojima I sign off on it? Like, what if there's some sort of like behind closed doors, like everybody's buddy? They're like, you know what? Fine. Maybe that's where. Yeah.
All right. Here's my official prediction.
Okay.
Closing out the Game Awards 2018.
We're closing it out.
Will be a hardware announcement.
What?
Yeah.
The PS5?
Nope. This will be Valve. Valve will announce that they're coming out with their own VR headset. It's going to be like one of the standalone headsets to compete with that new Oculus one.
Sure.
It's going to be their VR headset. But there's going to be one more thing. Trailer will roll, and it will be Half-Life 1 and 2 remastered in VR.
And wait.
And then he'll stop and say, wait a second. And you'll be able to enjoy that game later in 2019 with the launch of Valve VR. We also want you to know that Half-Life 3 is in development.
It exists.
End of show.
Just the logo. Just the Lambda with the 3.
Just
the
logo.
logo.
But let's write that down. Valve VR announced. Valve Half-Life
Keeping the
1
hopes
and 2
alive.
remastered and Half-Life 3 acknowledged.
Keeping the dreams alive, Dave. I like it.
I know, right?
I'm going to.
Is it bad that I don't remember all 4 of my predictions now?
I got them written down.
Oh my god.
I'm going to say that the VR thing probably not, because Steam VR has worked so well with Vive and Oculus. It'd be weird to kind of submarine that. Plus, Starbreeze is going through. Starbreeze had a VR headset in the works, and now they're going through some financial issues. I will say Half-Life 3 would be the perfect way to end the Game Awards.
And god dang it, if anybody leaks that before the show, if this is real, if anybody leaks that, may you get a hernia, and may 1,000 fleas nest in your hernia from here to Eternia.
Why am I hernia? Just so you can rhyme that?
No, but that was not hernia. Is not a real word. I just realized that.
Neither.
They become the Bartman of gaming.
All right,
man.
we have like 4 minutes left, gentlemen. I wanted to get your prediction, since Smash is around the corner. There's going to be like what, 5 DLC characters?
Yes.
The initial launch is 5.
We've got to real quick give our predictions for the 5 DLC characters for Super Smash Brothers. So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
So I like your announcement from Reggie out on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, instead of Banjo, it's Waluigi.
Ooh.
I think Waluigi goes first. I think Dante will go second.
Oh.
I think the third one will be Billy and Jimmy from Double Dragon. I think they'll treat them like ice climbers.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or Jimmy is a echo of Billy.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go and say Diva.
Ooh, I would be so happy.
And 5, I gotta go with. I think Banjo. We'll talk Banjo later, but I think. Fine, I'll go. I'll say it. Chrono from Chrono Trigger.
Whoa! Damn it, Jeff! Don't you play with my heart like that?
So what I have?
The only thing out of my mouth will be Chrono Trigger 2 is happening.
I know.
Okay.
So Waluigi first, and then what is it, Dante, and then Billy and Jimmy, the Double Dragon, then Diva, then Chrono from Chrono Trigger.
Well, while we're giving our resident Smash expert some extra time here, I'll go with my list, and I think my list is gonna match your list, and a couple of things. And I wrote this down before the show. Okay, so Banjo-Kazooie, I already said that. Mayor Pauline from Smash Odyssey, I think she makes it in. I can't remember his name, but one of the 4 champions from Breath of the Wild, I think the bird guy makes it in. What was his name?
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
His name.
Waluigi. I think Waluigi does make it in to Smash. Mm-hmm. And then my 5th was Chrono from Chrono Trigger. Okay. Sorry.
Nothing wrong with that.
Justin, you were up.
I'm going to start with this. This will not be the only 5 they will release. There'll be a second season.
Right. We're going to have 100 fighters in this game.
I firmly believe that there'll be a second season, because 74 plus Piranha Plant makes 75. 5 makes 80. That's a good even number, but I think Sakurai, they're going to push him. He's going to come out with another 5. I think 85 is the minimum we get, but I could see us getting more. Nintendo had a lot of say in these last 5. So the 5 I'm going to go with, the first one that's revealed, I'd love it to be Banjo-Kazooie, but I think we're finally going to get Geno. Geno's going to be revealed.
Okay.
I think I've done a lot of listening about what people really want in the polls, and he's super popular, especially over in not so much over in Japan. I think more over on the Western side, but I think Geno's really popular. I think Banjo-Kazooie, he's going to be your Microsoft partnership. I wanted to lean towards Minecraft Steve, but I feel like Banjo, just there's something there.
Yeah, masses want Banjo.
Yep. I think the next character that I'm going to predict Now, I have not played much of this game, but there's that new Nintendo mobile game.
Oh,
Yeah, the new RPG. Yeah.
We'll just
You're
call
gonna
it
get
Dragula Lost.
You're going to get somebody from Dragalia Lost.
Okay.
I don't know who, but I think Nintendo's going to want to promote that a little bit. So that puts me at 3, I believe. Then just for some fun, I'm going to say Waluigi as well gets in, which he should.
Take that, Mr. Eyeball.
And who are we all like talking here? Who's this last character that we're all in agreement? It seems like is going to be in the game
from Square's legendary Chrono Trigger.
I think Chrono gets in.
Damn it!
I kind of want to tag. I want to tag him out real quick because I think.
What?
Let me replace Chrono with.
Because Chrono's in as an assist trophy, right? Or an assist character, right?
Is he? What?
Hold on, let me go back and look. You guys talk.
Is that part of the data mine stuff?
So
no.
So my 5th, I'm replacing Chrono and replacing him with Heihachi.
There was talk of that being a character.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I don't see it. I don't see Heihachi. I'd rather see John Cena in Smash.
That'd be amazing.
So there are our 5 picks for DLC, but I still think Banjo-Kazooie gets announced at the Game Awards. Now, here's my fantasy scenario, real quick, but we got to close this out because we're over on time.
Yeah.
So, here's how it goes down. Microsoft actually is in the middle of announcing Banjo-Kazooie 3 coming to Xbox One and PC in 2019. But then, as Phil Harrison is closing out, Papa Phil, as he's not Phil Harrison, Phil Spencer, as he is closing out, all of a sudden, Reggie bursts on stage. He said, wait, hold the phone just a second here. Now, we understand that Rare is now a Microsoft company, but we just want to recognize that Banjo-Kazooie has a rich history with Nintendo systems, going back to the Nintendo 64 with Banjo-Kazooie 20 years ago, and then the fantastic sequel, Banjo-Tooie. So while we are very excited that Banjo-Kazooie is returning on Xbox platforms, we also want to get in on the celebration. So with that said, we'd like you to take a look at this, and then Banjo and Smash appears. That's my fantasy. Anyway, I got weird fantasies.
This I've known for years.
Let's close this sucker down.
Yes, so of course you can, it's all about the Game Awards and Smash, all happening later on this week. Of course, Thursday night, just scroll top of the screen. What does that even say for time? So December 6th, it'll be
8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. We might launch a little bit earlier.
May do a pre-show beforehand.
Yeah.
But all of us and some guests, some developers, some insiders will all be here simulcasting our live reactions to the Game Awards. So stop in on Twitch, on Mixer, on YouTube, wherever. Grab a cold beverage, whether it's adult or kiddie, and join us for that. We'll be talking over that. And, of course, the after show, I'll just say it. We are going to be streaming some Smash Brothers Ultimate right after the Game Awards, because I will have my Switch with me, and it's already downloaded, preloaded, ready to go. So I'll be at the Dave Cave, and we'll be playing Smash Ultimate right after the Game Awards. Probably with Justin, because we'll all have our Nintendo online accounts free trial going the same time probably.
Yes.
So that'll be happening, and of course all that stuff this weekend. So join us at that point. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter at Jefferoth, JEPHEROTH, and twitch.tv/Jefferoth. Follow me there. I might go live here in a bit with some late night streaming. Justin, have at it, my friend.
You can follow me on the social medias at Level Up Justin. That'd be like Instagram, Twitter. Otherwise, with any of the Nerd Bacon, make sure you check out Nerd Bacon on Twitter or Facebook as well, Instagram as well. Any of those profiles, you can see me lingering around. I've not been quite as active since I've got a 7.5-month-old baby, but other than that, I'm out there. And I'll be a bit more active, especially now that Smash is going to be dropping. So fingers crossed that some Smash reveals come at the Game Awards.
All right, and you can follow me at Dave the Watchman on Twitter, and of course follow us at nerd_bacon on Twitter, and visit the site nerdbacon.com for all the tastiest info on gaming and other fun nerdy things. And of course, always join us right here on Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, and Smashcast every Tuesday night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central for the tastiest show on the web. I'm talking about the Game Tasty Show. That's what you've been watching. We'll be back here Thursday night for the Game Awards, and then also Saturday morning, Level Up Justin and I are going to helm the Kind of Funny watch along as well. We're everywhere.
Yes.
So, but anyway, seriously, Thursday night, join
Like
us.
60 game announcements.
We are going to have so much fun. We will see you then. All right.
Also, make sure you are following us because we have our own Game Awards show coming up here before the end of the year. We will get that word out through for Facebook and Twitter. We'll get that stuff out there. Nerd_bacon on Twitter, and of course Nerd Bacon Game Reviews on Facebook. We'll get that info out there for our own personal Game Awards. You don't want to miss that. So for all of us here at nerdbacon.com, I am Jeff Roth.
I'm Dave the Watchman.
And I'm Level Up Justin.
And we will see you Thursday night for the Game Awards and the Smash release all at the same time. Until then, remember, game tasty. And we'll see you Thursday night.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
night.